the screen if you can hear me clearly. Thank you. Okay, so our topic for today is timber columns. So proceed na tayo sa next topic. And then next meeting, so let me just check my schedule. And for the class representative, please manage a time na lang din so that we can conduct our midterm exam. Unahin muna natin yung midterm para face-to-face since it is part of the the instruction from the university. So yun, can you guys please check your availability in case that I am not available next meeting Tuesday ng gabi. Pero I think we are on cycle A. Check ko nga muna pala yung cycle natin. Eto. Lang natin. So next week is 28. Tama. So we're on cycle A. Okay. Let me just check my schedule lang if I'm available to meet you face to face on October 28. So we will be having our midterm exam on 28. If not 27, arrange tayo ng common time or kahit same time neto as long as that we can book a room for our face-to-face class. Yun, hopefully meron. Pero yun, for the class representative na nandito, please coordinate with me with regards to the schedule of our midterm exam next week. Supposedly dapat ngayong linggo yun pero next week na natin siya contact. Okay, moving back. So let's proceed with the topic. Okay, so our topic for today is class. Okay, so our topic for today is timber columns. And then, yeah. So last time our topic was beams and also the notching of the beam. With regards to our learning module provided by the department, let me just open this pala muna. Ayan, check lang natin kung nasaan na tayo. So tapos na tayo dito. Ang wala na dito sa dalawang to, although dinagdag ko pa yung notching, although wala dito sa listahan. So yung composite beams, balikan na lang natin. I think floor joist was already covered by the beam design. Okay. Then let's go with the column design. So most likely matatapos na natin dito mga ano to. Then more on additional problems na lang along the way. Okay, so for the timber columns, we first identify what is the column, the effective column length, wherein the KE is the buckling factor and it should be multiplied by the unsupported length of the column. So comparing it siguro with your steel subject, so parang medyo kamukha siya, di ba? Although on some cases magkakaiba lang doon sa K value of for every type of the column. Pero anyway, so yun, so there are at least 6 orientation for the or 6 types of column that we normally do for these timber columns. So I guess you are well familiar with the kinds of the supports such as like ito, if both sides are or both ends are fixed, so the KE value is 0.65. If one end is fixed and then one end is hinged, so the value of K is 0.8. iskipan ko muna to ha, yung one-third. Let's go to the fourth. So this is both ends are hinged. And then for this third, fourth, third, fifth, and sixth, so as you can see, meron ano sila, one end lang yung may support. So yung third and fifth, so we have fixed support here. On the other hand naman, ito is hinge. Okay? Teka, magpo-pull out lang ako ng paint. Kahit snipping tool na lang pala. Okay, so for this one, so ano ba pinagkaiba nung square tsaka nung bilog? Okay. Okay. So, ang difference niyan is that for the load na square, so ito na ba yung snipping tool ko? Okay. So this kind of support or this kind of column allows or I would rephrase it, the translation or yung ano niya, yung sideways movement niya is not equal to 0. Okay? So ibig sabihin kapag ka nag-move siya laterally, so meron siyang displacement. Okay? On the other hand, yung rotation naman niya, it is equal to 0. In this case naman, ito, so aside from that na pag nag-move siya laterally, the displacement is not equal to 0 or ibig sabihin meron siyang value. Now, yung rotation naman niya is meron din siyang value, so it is not equal also to 0. Okay, so just imagine kapag meron kang isang isang column or post na kapag nag-move and then also nag-rotate. So para siya nagkakaroon ng torsion. Umiikot siya kasi meron siyang rotation. And then at the same time, yun, meron siyang translation with the meron siyang displacement horizontally. Now, ito naman, so similar lang din to dun sa isa. So wala siyang displacement, 0. On the other hand naman, so 0 yung kanyang tawag dito, yung kanyang yung kanyang rotation. Now, ano ba example nito for this kind of support? So let's say meron tayong frame. For example, meron tayong frame, di ba ganyan? Once na meron tayong in-apply na horizontal load, tapos since it is fixed, fixed muna, fixed. Kapag hindi kasi fixed, siya katulad nito, diretso siya. Di ba kapag nag-push ka, so basically parang ganyan yan. Hindi lang siya gagalaw sa ilalim pero hindi siya kumbaga hindi siya naka 90 degree. Okay? Now, for this naman, for this scenario kung saan naka-fix tayo, ayan, so hindi ba we assume that it is naka 90 degrees dito, di ba? Kapag nag-apply tayo tapos nag-displace yung mismong column, yung mismong katawan niya na nagiging ganito ang itsura niya. Ayan. And then ganun din on the other side. Yan. Okay, so it is both 90 degrees. Pero meron tayong displacement dito na delta. Okay, hindi naman nagbago yung ating rotation dito no angle. Okay, so yun. For every naman, so it is very identifiable with the problem. What kind of K na gagamitin? Just make sure you know each and every one of these values whatever type of column was given doon sa isang problem natin. Okay? So, ayun. Anyway, going back again. So for both ends fixed, so it is 0.65. For one end fixed, one end hinge, it is 0.8. And for this kind of load, and then one end lang yung ating support. So it na fixed, so it is 1.2. If both ends are hinged, it's 1.0. If it's both if it's one end fixed, and then there is value for rotation and also for the displacement, so it is 2.1. And then yun, similar with number 3 figure, pero naka-hitch siya, it is 2.4. Now, kapag pala naka-encounter naman kayo ng ganitong problem, kung saan ito is naka-hinge. So, ang K nitong column na to, that's 1.2. On the other hand naman, yung isa naman is 2.4. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go with the criteria. Okay. So, for the allowable compressive strength, FC prime, okay, in MPA, for rectangular simple solid columns, tapos axial, okay, axial loads. Okay, so for short column, the consideration is that the effective length over D should be less than or equal to 11. So, ang first step natin, di ba, kukunin natin to. Kanina sinabi natin yan. Kailangan mo ba kuha yung effective length? Okay. Now, if you get that, so you divide that with the diameter. Okay. Diameter, sorry. The side of the dimension of equation. Ito siya. So, that is the least. Okay, that is the least dimension of the column's cross-section. Okay. Now, if it is less than or equal to 11, so yung FC prime ng concrete natin is equals to FC. Okay. So, meaning kung ano yung FC na nasa table, siya yung i-apply mo ng FC prime. Now, if the value of the LE over D is greater than 11. So mas mataas na siya sa 11, pero that is less than or equal to K, where the value of K is 0.671 square root of E. E is the modulus of elasticity ng wood. So given to, or nandun yan sa table, over FC. Okay? Meaning FC ng material. Kung ano yung nandoon sa table, yun yung gagamitin natin dito. Okay. So when you compare that with the LE over D, kapag mas malaki yung LE over D sa 11, and if it is less than or equal to K, so the value of FC prime would now become FC, which is this is the allowable compressive strength ng wood, or siya yung nandun sa table. So times 1 minus 1/3 of LE over D over K raised to the 4th. So this is the now value of your FC prime, which is the reduced compressive strength. If you're gonna compare yung FC prime sa short and intermediate, pareho naman sila tinatawag ng reduced compressive strength. Pero yun nga lang, sa short column, there is the reduction. Now, dito sa intermediate, there is definitely a reduction. Kasi nga nag-1 minus ka na, so nabawasan na yung FC nung ating column. Okay. On the other hand naman, if the LE over D is greater than K, mas mataas pa rin sa K. So, yung magiging FC prime natin would now become 0.3E over LE over D squared. Okay? If you don't want your column to be intermediate or long, so pwede naman kayo maglagay ng mga lateral supports or yung mga braces. 'Di ba ginagawa din natin yung sa steel? Kapag kaganyan, tapos sobrang haba, naglalagay tayo dito sa gitna. Kunwari, nandyan yung support, ganyan, tapos gano'n din sa taas. So, we normally add that so that we can cut the unsupported leg. Kasi para Kaya tayo naglagay ng brace sa gitna niya para magkaroon ng support. Okay, para yon iiksi ngayon yung unsupported length na magagamit mo later sa LE over D para lumiit yung value of LE over D. Okay? Yon. Then, saan na ba yun? Ayan. For the slenderness ratio ng timber, which is equals to KE D is equals or equal to LE over D. Okay, so ito yung kino-compute natin again to compare with 11 and KE. Okay, ito. Itong slenderness ratio niya. Okay, I hope clear it. So similar lang din naman to sa steel with regards to the process. Medyo may content tweak lang sa empirical formula. Pero yun. Again, going back compute first the column effective length. Okay, the effective length of column LE, and then you get the slenderness ratio of the timber. Then yun, you compare it with 11 and K for you to determine if it is short, intermediate, or long column. Ayan. So, I think nasabi ko naman na to kung ano-ano to. So, yung, again, the FC prime is the reduced compressive strength. FC is the allowable compressive strength na nanggaling sa table. Yung E, modulus of elasticity ng wood, galing sa table. Effective length, okay, it is KE over L, KE times L. D is the least dimension of the column's cross-section. So, tingnan nyo na lang if it is rectangular. So, ano yung shorter side? If it is circular, D yung ano lang niya, yung diameter lang niya, or D. Then, the critical slenderness ratio of the timber, yan, that is the K. Yan yung discuss natin dito. Sorry pala, class correction with the D kapag ka circular. So, you need to convert that ano pala siya, capital D in diameter. So you need to convert that with the rectangular cross section. So you get the area, you equate that to the formula of square. So you can get the D. Ito yung least dimension din niya, yung side dimension equation. Okay? So para lang makuha nyo yung D. Hindi yung diameter. Correction yan, correction. Okay, so problem tayo. So a timber column of rectangular cross section, so rectangular tayo. 150 times 200 has a length of 3.6 meters. It is fixed at both ends. So FC, and then ang FC natin is 9.6 MPa parallel to the grain, and then E is 7310 MPa. Wait lang. Okay, game. Yan. So, based on the given, so ang L natin is 3.6. We multiply that by the KE ng fixed na both ends. Ano ba yung KE natin? That's 0.65. So, times L na 3.6. So, okay. So, yun yung LE natin. BD natin, since this is a rectangular section, the least dimension, ano ba tawag? The least dimension of columns per section, that is 150. Okay. So sabi dito, column the maximum safe axial load column could carry. Okay. So ito yung ano natin. So ito yung cross-section natin. So yung P yung hinahanap, 150 by 200 yung cross-section. Parallel to the grain, yung FC natin, which is 9.56 rather. And then the modulus of elasticity ng wood is 7,310. Both sides fixed. So as I've said, kunin natin yung KE, which is 0.65 times L na 3,600. Okay, ito yung length natin na 3.6. We convert that to millimeters. So we substitute directly na yung L doon sa LE over D, the slenderness ratio, over 150, the least side dimension natin. So it's 0.65 na KE times L na 3,600 over 150. So the answer is 15.6. So comparing it with 11, so mas malaki siya sa 11. So let's go with the K. So for the formula of K, so that is 0.671 square root of E over FC. Okay, ito yan, E over FC. So, ang E natin is 7,310, ng FC natin is 9.56. So, it is equal to 18.55. So, comparing it, mas malaki ba yung slenderness ratio sa 11? Yes. Pero mas malaki ba siya or mas maliit ba siya sa or equal sa KE? Yes. So, meaning that 11 is less than LE over D, na 15.6, but it is less than 2K, which is 18.55. Therefore, it is an intermediate column. So with this, the formula of FC prime is FC times 1 minus 1/3 ng slenderness ratio over K raised to the 4th. Okay, by substituting, that is 19.56 times 1 minus 1/3 times 15.6 over 18.55. So slenderness ratio over K raised to the 4th. So the answer is 7.966 MPa. Okay? So ito yung ating reduced compressive strength. Okay, based doon sa ano natin, sa given. And then with that, so we can now get the axial load. So ano bang formula nun, 'di ba? Stress is equals to P over A, or stress times A is equals to the force. So it is now 7.966 times 150 by 200. So the answer is 238.980 kilonewton. Okay. Any question, class? So straightforward lang naman. Um, Katulad sa steel. So parehas lang din naman to. Straightforward lang. Wala. Wait lang ulit ah. going back. Okay. Now, yun. So that is the problem number 1. Any question with this one? May tanong ba? Wala. Sige, let's go with the second problem. May isa pa akong problem dito. Okay, so timber column naman. So, na cross-section is circular. So, the diameter, as I've said, it is capital D for the diameter. That's 300 mm. The length has, then it has a length of 4.2 meters. So, it is a fixed hinge for the support. So, both ends are supported, pero it's a fixed hinge. So, then, 9.56 is the FC prime and then E is 7,300. So parang basically same lang din doon sa naunang problem. Iba lang yung cross section tsaka I think yung length. Iba ba yung length? Oh, tama kayo ba? Mas mahaba to. Then calculate the maximum safe action load that the column could carry. Okay, so first step natin is we convert the cross section to the yung equivalent niya sa square. So, ito yung circle, equivalent na natin siya sa square, which is pi over 4 d squared or 300 squared equals d squared, which is 265.868. Wait lang ulit ah. Okay. Sorry class, medyo may kausap lang. Anyway, going back. So yun, so since we already have the value for the D, so we can now go straight solving the slenderness ratio. So for the slenderness ratio, di ba, that's LE over D, which is KEL over D. Okay, for the equivalence of the LE, di ba, ang formula dito is KE over L. KE times L. So yung KE natin, that is 0.8. If we're going back dito, fixed tsaka hinge, so that is 0.8, 0.8. Yan. Times 4,200, yung 4.2 gawin natin 4,200 para maging millimeter so that it would be unit consistent with D. Wait lang ulit class, sorry. Going back, so yun. With the slenderness ratio, so that is 0.8 times 4,200 over 265.868. So the answer is 12.8 638. So you compare that with 11. So mas mataas siya sa 11. So now we go to compute the value of K. So for the value of K, so that is 0.671 square root of E over FC. So that is 7,310 over 9.56. So the answer is 18.55. So by comparing it with 11, which is less than LE over D, which is also less than to K na 18.55. So it is an intermediate column. Okay. Now, by solving this, we could now use the formula for the FC prime, the reduced compressive strength ng intermediate column na FC times 1 minus 1/3 of slenderness ratio over K raised to the fourth. So that is 9.56, 1 minus 1/3 times 12.638 over 18.55 raised to the fourth. So the answer is 8.873 MPa. Then, since you already have this FC, so we just need to get the allowable, the maximum pala, the maximum axial load na kaya ng FC prime na to. So that is, di ba, that is FC is equals to P over A, or P cap or yung maximum is equals to FC prime times A, which is 8.837 times etong area na to, which is pi over 4, 300 squared. Class, kapag ka nag-area na kayo, wag ito yung gamitin nyo. Kasi baka meron tong mga round off na ginawa. So para mas accurate yung area natin ang gamitin nyo, yung area ng circle. Baka kasi ang ilagay nyo area dito is B squared. Okay din naman, kaya lang kasi same lang dapat. Kaya lang kapag nag-round off kayo dito, may iba ng konti yung sagot. So para lang hindi maiba at exacto yung makuha nyo, area ng circle ang gamitin nyo pag circular ang column. So yun, the answer for the maximum axial load is 627.195 kilonewton. Any question? Straightforward lang naman, madali lang to. Wala? Okay, so problem number 3. Okay, ito. I will give this to you as a seat work. Screenshot nyo na or ako na lang kaya. Okay, seat work tayo. So problem number 3. Wala yung solution dito. Ayan, wala yung solution. Okay, so seat work tayo. I-submit nyo to bago matapos yung oras natin. Mahaba pa naman yung oras natin. Anong oras ba tapos natin? O hanggang 1:00 o hanggang 1 lang to ha. Seat work. O, ano natin dito? Type ko dito ha. Seat. Ito pala dito. Okay. Seat work. Ayan. So submission due on mamaya din kasi seat work lang naman to. 1 p.m. today. Ayan. So send nyo na lang sa email. Send through email. Ano bang ano natin? Ano bang format? Teka, tingnan natin doon sa Teams. Copy paste ko na lang. Wala. Teka, wait. Timber design. Ayan. Ayan. So, seat work. Kung alam ko pang ilang seat work na natin to eh. Seat work na lang. Kung pang ilan man, ilagay nyo na lang. Matanda ko 2 or 3. Okay. I think 2. Parang 2 pa lang to. O assignment itong. Ang mga assignment pala binigay ko before. So 1. Oh, 1. Sample lang to. Ayan. So yun. Yung file name, ganyan din. Email, subject. Okay. Naka-PDF class ha. Sit work 1. May question? Ipopost ko ngayon yung work 1. Yung PDF sa Facebook. Stop na natin o mahaba yung recording.